We play a Champions League quarterfinal match at home, then a Champions League quarterfinal match in Vancouver, then a big match for the first ever game in a franchise down in Atlanta, then come home and play our home opener, then go to Seattle, which is one of the best venues in the league to play in. So, you know, we're thrown right into the fire in the first part of the season here, but I love it. I think it's awesome. I think it'll prepare our team for greater successes down the road, and it'll test us right away, but that's okay. That's what this is about, especially early moments in the season. It's good to be put in difficult situations because we'll learn quickly about ourselves and then we'll adapt and get better.
Served into the box, it's Watson there, and it deflects in for Vancouver.
They get the lead in each game. They get an early goal. They have good starts, you know, and then they're able to really keep themselves compact and make it and defend and make it hard for us to break them down and then look to catch us on the counter. So if you play this team and you give up an early goal lead, often you're going to have a hard time because they're good at protecting a lead and they're good at defending deep and in a block. But the other part for me is that they deserved the win and to move on in many ways because I think their guys were really up for the challenge. These moments are hard to swallow, they are, but you know, you have to find a way to be very resilient in this business and be strong when things are the toughest. So, you know, we have a quick turnaround, which I think will be a good thing, but we're gonna gather ourselves and now make sure that we have a good start to the season and that we prepare ourselves to push hard for, you know, for goals this year.
So, it's disappointing because the end result hurts bad because it was something that meant a lot to us and we worked hard to get to. But I tell you this, I do think given everything that it's exactly what we need at this point. A reminder that going into this season that what has really ultimately made us us is that nobody outworks us, nobody outcompetes us, nobody outbattles us, nobody outruns us, nobody outthinks us, right? That's who we are.
Of course it's difficult, but more than anything it's exciting because this organization has done so well in the past. There's almost an added level of intrigue throughout the league of how the New York Red Bulls are going to do. And so that brings an added level of excitement, an added layer of pressure, but you really start to see that our games matter, right? And who doesn't want to play for a franchise where the games matter such as this, right? You have CCL right off the bat and then a new franchise that sold so many tickets, but what a great pairing not only for television, but for Major League Soccer.
Always gaining an edge, physically gaining an edge. Running harder, sprinting harder, making the game physical from every perspective.
It is a wonderful opportunity for one of the best teams over the last few years to spoil the party. 55,000 fans, a brand new team. Exciting times for soccer in the South. Here comes Atlanta United and the New York Red Bulls. Mears, chance to cross it in, looking for Garza, backside and in for the first goal in Atlanta United history. Perez, Garza in for Martinez. What a save by Luis Robles.
You know, we talked about it at halftime, just giving a little bit more, being a little bit clearer tactically, making a couple adjustments, but being a little bit sharper, physically putting more into the game, and now taking the crowd out play by play. And so I thought that for the most part, the second half, the effort was really good and obviously a great comeback and a lot of spirit within the team.
Almiron is running through. Miguel Almiron trying for the chip and Luis Robles there to grab it. Questions ensuing, corner, headed in!
I think it was a big fight, and I think the reason why we won today is because we kept on fighting. That was the main key for today.
Royer all the way across for Grella, numbers flooding forward for New York. Grella, the flick on the overlap for Kamar Lawrence in front for Ryan Phillips, and the Red Bulls have come back from a goal down to take the lead here in Atlanta. And Mark Geiger has seen enough. He's blown the final whistle. It's the New York Red Bulls who can celebrate a come-from-behind 2-1 victory over Atlanta United.
Yeah, tough game obviously with the atmosphere. We knew they liked to pass the ball, and they did that well. You know, we struggled with the press a little bit in the first half, but it's always going to be tough. And second half, I think we got to grips with the game, won some balls high, and you know, scored two goals.
That was like one of my favorite games I've played as a Red Bull, and it wasn't even pretty. It was an ugly game, and that's a pretty good team. And the way we stuck together and grinded it out, like, amazing, guys. Amen. Proud to. And listen, man, I'll say, guys, we're not perfect,
Okay, we've got work to do. We got to continue to figure some things out tactically and continue to work on the new system and now make sure that built in we have more sophistication. But like we talk about, tactics are one thing, right? And then character and commitment and belief and trust on the field and a group that goes after it, it's worth so much more, right? And so that's why Sasha says, like, there's a lot of pride in this moment, okay? Then we have a game ball, because there's someone here who has his first win as a sporting director.
Yeah, almost lost in all of the excitement of the beginning of season, CCL, and going down to Atlanta is the fact that we have a home opener, that we have an opportunity to come and play in front of our fans. And I hope that our fan base is excited. It's been a long off season. Now they have to dust off the jersey and get ready and put the face paint on, because when we play here on the 11th against Colorado Rapids, we're very excited as players to be able to play in front of our fans.